All right, let's do this. I've got the outer wrap for signature number 9, I think it is. I'm starting to lose track. And obviously we have some glue that we're going to have to take off. And I've been wondering, should I try to trim that a little bit with an X-Acto? No, I'm not going to. We're going to try to take that off and see if we can't keep from damaging this wrap too much. I'd like to be able to just use some Dingujo paper on it instead of leaf casting, but you know, I'll do whatever I have to do to get it the way I need it to get. So let's watch this and get right to it. All right, as always, we're going to wet down the Kollecting first. Then we're going to take the wrap and ease it onto the paper or onto the Kollecting. And as you can see, it's sticking up pretty much. Not a lot I can do about that yet. We're going to try, and then we're going to wet it down. Soak it good. We want it wet, not moist, but wet. And I'm going to let it sit and soak for a little bit. Okay, let me show you how I'm going to work on this. I'll probably do a lot of this off camera, but I want to get you to see basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this label removing tool, and this is for our sticker removing tool, and I'm going to gently try to slide it under that cement or glue or whatever it was that they used and try to lift it very gently off of the paper without tearing the paper. And I'm going to do one side, and then I'm going to go over and I'm going to work on the other side. And I'm going to keep doing that very gently. I'm not going to try to show you the whole thing because this could take, you know, half an hour to an hour by itself. And we don't want a 2 or 3 hour video. So that's what I'm going to do. And if you're wondering why my voice sounds a little hoarse, it's like, you know, 6 o'clock in the morning, and I haven't had my first cup of coffee yet, but I'm awake, so we're going to try this anyway. Very gently going over it and trying to get that loose so that it comes off without tearing the paper. So that's what I'm going to be working on, and we'll get back to you once I have something to show you. A little bit of an update here. I was able to pull the wrap a little bit flatter, and of course you see these spaces here, and that I'll fix that. That's not a problem. All that is the paper is folded under. That's not a problem here. Same thing with here. The paper is actually folded under. So as we go through and continue to do this very gently, very carefully, taking our time, and it is coming up. In fact, I think this one is about to release completely. So we want to see that. If I can show that on the screen, that would be great. There we go. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Yes. And I did not tear the paper, so that's a good thing. And I can still feel that I can pull that paper a little more. Probably going to do that once I add the second piece of Polytex and I'll turn it over and then I'll do that. Well, actually I'll pull it, then I'll turn it over. So let's see, maybe we can get this one too. And the reason I ripped the other one, the last one I did, was because I didn't take my time and use the right tool. I tried using other tools. This is definitely the right tool to use, in my opinion. So, see if I can pull that a little flatter at the top there. Yes, I did. So that should come off pretty easy now. Well, it's still going to take time. But there we go. There's a nice little chunk. Actually, I think that has paper on it, so we don't want to pull that off like that. Yeah, that's still attached to the paper. So I'm going to work on getting that piece, and then we'll be back. It's about 6:30, and I've been working on this pretty steady, but as you can see, I got it off. So we'll pull that a little tighter. I have a little tiny bit still down here, which shouldn't be a problem. I'll get that off. That's not a problem. But yeah, that's the two big pieces came off without tearing the paper. Here's this came off in just little bits and pieces. So, and that's probably what's going to happen down here. But very happy with the way it's proceeding. Yeah, take your time, go slow, it'll come off. That was my problem with this wrap number 7, I think it was, or was it 8? The last one I did, I think it was wrap 8, or signature 8, was I got in a hurry, and I used the wrong tools. And I paid the price by having to leaf cast the whole center. And we're trying to avoid doing the leaf casting on this one, if I can. So I'm going to set these up here, off screen. And I'm going to work on getting this last little remnant here off, and then we'll go to the next phase. There it is, that little lump right there. That's the last remnant that was right there. So let's clean all of this off. You know what, I'm just going to use my squeegee to get that off of the Polytex as best I can. And we're going to put another piece of Polytex down, and we're going to flip it over, and then I'll straighten out the other side and get it nice and flat. So, give me a piece of Polytex here. Do you have to use some kind of mixture like I'm using, the methyl cellulose and calcium hydroxide and a tiny bit of soap? No. You can do this part of it with just water. So, the reason I'm using all of those chemicals in this is to get it to save time, basically. So let's go ahead and roll this back. And I know you've seen me do flat pieces of Polytex, and then you see me rolling Polytex. When the Polytex is wet, it's better to do it, to roll it. Look at that. Just gently used my squeegee and it rolled that piece right there. Now it is missing a little tiny bit right there, but I think with the reinforcement from the Tengojo paper we can ignore that. I really don't want to I really don't want to use any pulp on this if I can avoid it, because it doesn't really need it. It just needs to be secured, and Hollytech or Tengujo paper will do that nicely. So roll this back out, because I'm going to finish cleaning it, and then I'm going to press it, and then we'll add the Hollytech, or then we'll add the Tengujo. So we will go into high-speed mode for the rest of the cleaning process. I'll let it sit for a little bit, and then we go high speed. Back to high speed mode. Well, I forgot to turn the camera back on again. I do that just about every video. All you missed was me putting down the paper towels, rolling it with my PVC pipe, putting down a second paper towel, pull that one off, pull it down another paper towel, put down the Teflon sheet, and repeat. for the other side, and that's it. That's all you missed. So I'm going to put this one in the press along with the other one. They'll be separated with some plexiglass sheets that I have. So I'll have shelf, stack, plexiglass sheet, 2 of them because I can't, because that's what I have to do. Because I have paint splatter on one side of each plexiglass sheet, so I have to put the paint splatter to the paint splatter so the smooth side can go against the stack. And then once that's all done, we'll be back with the results. Let's see how it turned out. Start with this one. Put these where they go. And this one is alright, this is the one that I'm going to have to do something with. I need to strengthen it. Turned out alright. But like I said, it is split and it does need to be strengthened. I'm not going to use... I'm just going to use Tingujo paper on this. And we'll put it on this side. This is the back side here, I believe. 74, 73. Yeah, this is the back side. So... but let's see how the inner wrap turned out. Now that I've dropped my mouse again. I'm really good at dropping my mouse. It sits right on the edge of the table, so if I move the wrong way, I knock it off. And of course, I use a wired mouse because I don't like broadcasting everything all over the world, even though it doesn't go that far. I just don't like the wireless mice. 70, 71, so that's the center. Wow, this really turned out nice too. What is that? Yeah, I'll get that off of there. I'm going to have to use a little water to get that off there. I know what it is. We got a little tiny bit of Tingujo stuck there. And I'll use a tiny bit of water, it'll take it right off. But there you go. That turned out nice. But the inner wraps always do turn out nice because there's no rips, no tears. Let me deal with this real quick. Yeah, that's all it was. Didn't even get in. Got the water on the Tingujo. No water was on the wrap itself. So I'm going to set this off to the side. Pull these off so we can work on this. And I don't think I have a piece that's long enough because I want to. Yeah, I'm going to have to get another piece of Tingujo. I'll be right back. Okay. I forgot to turn the camera on, so you didn't get to see how I cut this reasonably straight piece. Basically, I'm going to show you. I'll show you real quick. Basically, what I did was I took a piece of Tingujo and took water on a brush and just made a line. Where's my water? We'll go ahead and do it real quick. I'm not going to do a long line. I'm just going to do a short one. So you can see it just like this. And then I just pulled it apart and got a nice straight line. Not perfectly straight, not sharp, not cut, torn, so that we still have the edges like I want them. But yeah, good. Now, let me go find the right brush. Apparently I forgot to turn the camera on again. A little bit of water on that. I've already put the Tengujo down. I got my wider brush. It's just one of those days when I can't seem to do things the way they're supposed to be done. I don't know why. Okay. Need to wash that brush. And that's why that brush was in the other room. I washed it and didn't bring it back. Okay. I'm going to put this down. Now, why didn't I turn it the other way? I don't need to. I just want the weight right there in the middle. Put that down. And about 5 pounds ought to do it. We'll be back in a little while to see how it turned out. A few hours have gone by. So let's check it out. That's about what I expected. It's still a little damp. Not really sticky. I might stick it in my heat press for a little bit, just to dry it out. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and stick that in the heat press to dry it out. It's going to turn out fine. There's not going to be a problem. The fold will be easy because folds are easy. When you're using Tengujo paper, the folds are easy. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and stick it in the heat press for not too long. Maybe an hour, maybe 2. Total time. That's including the heat up, the cool down, and everything else. So I guess I got to show it to you one more time, huh? We'll be back. Alright, I just got this out of the press, so let's take a look at it. Looks pretty good to me. Let's flip this over so I can trim it. Let's see if I can do this. Don't have my glasses on, so I might not get it perfect. Yeah, sliced a little bit of the paper. It's not gonna, I don't think anybody will notice, except me. I might notice, because I know I did it. And go through here, turn it a little bit. Perfect. Or close enough to perfect. Close enough to perfect. This goes like that. We'll fold it over. See, it just folds just nicely. No problem at all when you use the Tengujo paper. And that's the next one done. Let's see what our next one is going to look like. I think this will be 9 or 10, I don't remember which. Somebody works the puzzle. I might be able to take that. Oh, that's not good. I think we'll be doing a little leaf casting on this. I don't know. I might do Tengujo on this one also. Do we have any? Yeah, I have a little bit of glue on there still, but it's not much. And I think I can get that off just with the squeegee once I get it wet. This one is a little going to be, maybe not going to be as tough as I thought, because that's coming off just me pushing on it. Yeah, I'll make up my mind if I want to leaf cast it or press it. It kind of depends on this side. Yeah, see, it's rolled over, so probably Tengujo will be fine on this one also. So, yeah, that'll be the next one I do. Why did I do that? Should I try to erase this? It looks like they used pencil. Let me do a little testing on it. If I can find one of my erasers. I only have about 20 of them. That'll do. And I'm going to go right here very faintly and see if that'll erase. Doesn't look like it wants to. If I take my time, 2 or 3 days, I can probably get that to erase without hurting the color. Yeah, I think I can do that. I don't think I took any, it doesn't look like I took any of the color off at all. And you can still barely see the pencil mark, but I took enough of it off that I'm happy. So I'm going to do an erase on that. I'll probably do that. Probably won't do that live. So this is the next one I got to do. Set that right there. And add this one to the stack. The stack is growing. Yep, stack is growing. Anyway, I'll see you tonight on my live stream. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be savage. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be savage. So, yeah, check it out. 8 o'clock Central. I'll be there. Will you? I hope so. Be happy to see you. In the meantime, have yourself a great day, and we'll see you tonight. Bye.